Welcome back to Invest Global. Today we're discussing the top 3 low cap Launchpad altcoins in the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. Now, there's a lot of Launchpads out there, not just in Binance Smart Chain, but in all the different blockchains. That's why I made this whole series on the Launchpad ecosystem maps, basically laying out all the different blockchains and all the different opportunities inside each of those verticals. The link for that video is down below in the description. So that's a playlist. Be sure to check that out and save that, because in that case, you'll be able to kind of cross-analyze all the different opportunities to get into early stage altcoins. That's essentially what this is all about. So let's hop right into these 3. We're talking about WaultSwap, JulSwap, and Seedify. Now, just as a little, I do like this. It's kind of cool actually with Walt, this kind of cool like interactive logo thing. Just as a little disclaimer here, be very careful with Binance Smart Chain. This is one of the most scam-ridden blockchains because it's very, very easy to start a project on here. But once they have enough capital, it's a little bit better, but you still always have to do your own research, which is why I have the video linked down below in the description, how to do IOR, talking about all the different methods, sentimental, fundamental, technical, and on-chain analysis. Part of that is always taking a look at here at the BSC scan to look at the holders, see if it's consolidated, because if one person dumps and they hold 80% of the supply, well, you're screwed, right? So this video is really to just lay this out for educational purposes. Personally, I do not hold any of these projects, but I think it's always interesting to look at, okay, what are they doing that's a bit different from the rest of the competition? So with WaultSwap here, they say they're a decentralized finance protocol, and they're really focusing on 3 main projects, which is the WSwap, which is kind of like their type of decentralized exchange. You have the lock, which is kind of like staking, and then you have the WPad. Okay, so the WPad is what we're actually going to be focusing on here. These are different projects that have already gone through. Again, with this video, we're just kind of skimming through these guys. We're not going to go super in depth. If you want to see a deep dive video on any one of these projects, I'd be happy to do that and add it on to the Launchpad Ecosystem Map series. But again, the point here is we're laying out these top 3 kind of low cap, and then I have another video on micro cap launchpads, which is important to understand. So Elure Tools is one here. Yeah, so not too much else there. You can follow them here on Twitter, Decentralized Finance Protocol, here at WaultSwap. I'll have everything that we talk about throughout this video linked down below in the description. I don't really see what they're offering necessarily that's much different than anything else, to be quite honest with you. If you guys know a bit more about WPad, let me know. But again, this video is just to lay out the information for you guys. But let's move on to, or here, let's actually take a look at the token. So WEX token, market cap is $30 million. Let's see if we can pull this chart up here. Trading volume is pretty low at 6 million. But we can move on here, okay? So again, I don't want to spend too much time boring you guys with this, but again, pretty much all these guys that we're talking about, the reason they're low caps is because they have multiple things going on here. For example, just like we talked about with Walt Finance, it's the WPad that is the actual Launchpad part of that. With JulSwap, the JulPad is the Launchpad part of it, right? So while this loads, I can return back here if it'll load for us. Here we go. Yep. So you can see these are all of the ones that happen. So these are closed. You can see you can request a project there. You just connect your Binance Smart Chain wallet. Pretty simple here. Again, guys, I'm not recommending any of these. Be very, very careful. Just purely based off these names, not a big fan. But again, you have to do your own research, deep dive into these. If you really are interested in getting into kind of some hedge deals, because I know a lot of people on this channel are like, some of them are like, okay, I just want really, really safe bets. But then if you have a higher risk tolerance, you're like, hey, maybe I'll throw some of my profits that I made in something like Chainlink or something like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Maybe I'll throw 10% of those profits into more speculative plays, like Launchpad projects in the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. So again, very, very risky, guys. Do your own research. Follow them at JulSwap. Next, Seedify. Also, the JulSwap market cap is $13 million. Besides that, let's see. I mean, this max chart kind of lays it out. We peaked up here around, what was it, 50 cents? 60 cents, just above 60 cents, and it's been on a steady decline since then to 2 cents. Lastly, Seedify, the decentralized incubator. Now, this is out of these 3 my favorite. I'll be quite honest with you. These 2, a little too risky for me. But this is purely focused on the Launchpad, which is pretty cool. You can visit the Launchpad here. They have the Seedify.Fund, Decentralized Autonomous Organization, which is the DAO. You can see this is their fund here, so raise capital in a community-driven way. They're a decentralization innovation hub with a community-driven seed stage fund, incubator, and Launchpad to empower the next big things on the blockchain. So you can see these are kind of the different things that have launched on there. It's always interesting to look back at these past IDOs to look at, okay, what's the track record been? And then, hey, if you're trying to start a project, I highly recommend you at least apply for these, right? There's nothing to lose when you apply. Just like if you're applying for a job application, there's nothing you can really lose, right? It's just your pride, it's just your ego in the way. So definitely reach out, and if you're interested, try doing it, right? So I'll follow them here, Seedify.Fund, blockchain gaming incubator, and Launchpad. That's basically all, though. I mean, lastly, we have the S-Fund token, which is a pretty low market cap of $10 million. We go here to max chart, and we see that it peaked up at $5. Now it's retraced back down to 9 cents. So that's pretty much all for this video. If you guys have any questions, any comments, let me know down below in the comment section. You can also join our Telegram group, which is linked down below. Also follow us on Twitter at investglobal_IO. You can see that right here at investglobal_IO. I update everyone there. But yeah, join the Telegram group, because sometimes, recently I just actually ran into this issue again where YouTube, I think the algorithm deletes my replies to people's comments that are thoughtful comments, and I'll leave a long reply and then it gets randomly deleted, disappears. So the whole point of the Telegram group is nothing gets censored there, obviously, unless you're spamming or doing something. Really, it just comes down to spamming, right? I'm always open for arguments, conversations. I prefer conversations, but it just kind of let the best ideas win. That's kind of the point of the Telegram. That's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe button, all, invest global, and until next time.